Katie, and welcome back to That Hygge Life. Today I will be sharing my February bullet journal setup, and I will be talking a little bit at the end of the video about my favorite bullet journal supplies that I am currently using. Hopping right into the setup, January was a pretty rough month for me mentally, so I decided to make February's setup as simple as I possibly could. In my last video, I said that my 2021 yearly theme is rainbow and color blocks. So sticking with that, February's color was pink. So I have a bunch of different shades out of different markers, colored pencils, and pens of pink. And we're just gonna hop right in. I did a cover page and quote, of course, as the beginning. And for this month, I decided to do a bunch of little quotes and reminders and kind of made it my February mindset page. So I have 3 different main quotes on here, and then just some smaller words and then doodles. And I made it sort of like a picture collage as well. I'm not using a ruler in this setup at all, and I'm kind of just picking up whatever marker or color that I want to use. I went in with a general idea of what I wanted, and obviously sticking with pink, but that's pretty much all I had. I didn't worry about if lines were straight or how my lettering was. I know I'm not super duper artistic, so I just kind of let everything go to the side and just did what would benefit me best going into a new month. So all of the pages that I did are a month at a glance and cleaning log, like I do for every month. I made a self-care page, a trackers page, my intentions, and that was it. I added a few new intentions this month just to make sure that I am doing the things that I am wanting to do and remembering to take care of myself. And here is the final flip through for February. Again, it's pretty simple, pretty crude, just kind of squiggly lines and a lot of pink, but that's what I think will benefit me best going into February. I will leave the voiceover now and actually talk straight to you, straight to the camera, to show you guys my favorite bullet journal supplies. So here we go. All right. And hello, camera. Now I wanted to talk about my favorite bullet journal supplies, or at least the supplies that I'm using currently at the moment. So this is my bullet journal. I've talked about it sometimes, and obviously you guys have seen it in all of my setup videos, but I am doing the traveler's notebook style, so you can see all of the different little journals that are tucked inside there. And then this is my cover. Everything will be linked on my Amazon links in the description box below, as always in my bullet journal videos. A lot of stuff though, as I was trying to find the links, are sold out. So if I can't find the exact thing that I have or that I use, I will link something that is very similar to it, or maybe just like the same thing but from a different brand or whatever. But anyway, if you like or are interested in anything, everything is always linked in the description below. So my cover is a vegan leather cover. It has this like little strap that opens. It has like this little flap that opens, and then it opens all the way. I have different rubber bands, like journal bands, that hold in the journals. It came with 2 pockets on either side that the journals kind of like slide into, but I wanted to have more than just 2 in there, so I got these extra bands that I kind of poked through little holes on the side to hold 4 inside of there. All of my other bullet journal supplies I keep in these little buckets that I got from Target, so I'll try to find some kind of bucket on Amazon to link for you guys, but they're just little buckets. I use a metal ruler because a wooden ruler doesn't always stay straight, like on the edges that you're using. I think a lot of the modern day like wooden rulers actually have a piece of metal on one of the sides so it doesn't get bent as easily, but this is like $1, so I just got metal rulers. I use Crayola super tips for my markers. I feel like a ton of bullet journal people do that. They are super cheap, super affordable, and they come in so many different colors. You can mix and match them. You can find which ones you like the best. You can, I think, even order just like one. Like if you really like one certain color and you use it all up, I think you can just order like one at a time, just whatever color you'd like, or at least get smaller packets with certain colors and all that kind of stuff. So Crayola super tips are awesome. They're great quality. They don't bleed through unless you're like going super heavy or have really thin paper, and they're just awesome. My one complaint about super tips though is that they don't have the color name written like on the actual marker. So what I did to combat that was I tested all of the markers on a test page and just gave them my own names, and then I went with a Sharpie and wrote it on there. Don't know if it's gonna focus. So I just went through. It took some time and it was kind of annoying, and I mean, there's only so many names you can give a pink, but that's what I did. I wish that they just came like with the colors on them like crayons or pencils do, but maybe in the future that'll happen. Speaking of pencils, I'd use the Crayola erasable colored pencils. I find that the color is still really saturated. It's Crayola, of course it's going to be nice, but being erasable, if I mess up or if it goes out of the line or whatever it may happen, I can just erase it with the eraser that's right there. I don't have to worry about colored pencil being in the wrong spot or whatever the case may be. As you saw in today's setup, I used this like neon Sharpie. I'm not really including it in my like favorite supplies because I was just testing it out in today's because I found a super bright neon pink one. But I feel like Sharpie is really dark and heavy and my pages for my journals that I use aren't super thick, and so this bled through a lot. As you can probably see in the final flip through, there is a lot of the neon pink that kind of bled through the pages. So love Sharpies, but not for bullet journaling, at least in the journals that I have. In every setup that I do and in my daily use, I use these like really thin, colorful marker pens, kind of. They are the Sipa brand. I think it's either a Chinese or a Japanese brand because a lot of the writing is in like script and not in English lettering. So these are a 0.38 millimeter size. They're very fine. I like using them for writing in like the small squares and then the dots, and they are so colorful. Like they're true to color, so amazing. This is the third set that I've bought because I've used up all the color in 2 different kinds of sets. So I love those pens, definitely my favorite. I've been using them since I ever started bullet journaling, so definitely recommend, and they are linked below. I also like the Papermate Inkjet Inkjoy gel pens in the 0.7. They are also very pigmented. I like the clickiness of them, and they are just so smooth when writing. I, again, have bought multiple sets of these, and I've actually been gifted multiple sets of these because people just see me using them all the time. In today's setup, you also saw me use the Z-Grip Flight Zebra pens. I was gifted these for Christmas, and again, I was just kind of testing them out today. So maybe in a future video, I will talk about my favorites again and give you more of a rundown on these. I like the pigmentation. They're smooth to write with, pretty clean, pretty clear, but just don't know how I feel about them yet. And those are all my favorite bullet journal supplies. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and until next time, remember, the world needs you. Keep going, keep dreaming, and keep reaching your goals. Bye.